we definitely think that was worth it, and I don't worry about that affecting Brock at all for Saturday.
Now, back to Steiny and Guru on 95.7 The Game.
All right, Matt Stein, Matt Steiny Guru Johnson with you. Don't forget, here's your chance. Here's your chance to win a autographed Christian McCaffrey jersey, but you got to be listening. Between now and 1 o'clock, we're going to give you a keyword. And then you text that keyword to 20357. You can win this shirt, this jersey on Twitch, on YouTube, on the text line.
It's beautiful.
And it's an autographed Christian McCaffrey jersey. So in about 10 minutes or so, we'll be telling you what the keyword is, and then you text that to a certain number. 49ers play at 5 o'clock on Saturday, Levi Stadium, against the Green Bay Packers. 10, did I say 10.5 or 10? Point favorites. Doesn't matter. Blowout city.
I hate I feel that way, but it's not just us.
And keep in mind, you know what I was just thinking as I was going to the bathroom? I was shaking my head because I was like, man,
what you got?
Guru thinks 49ers are poised that this could be a dynasty. We're already in a dynasty, aren't we? And it's the Chiefs.
Now, I ain't mad at that.
So, please explain.
Obviously, you need the wins and the trophies to be a dynasty. My point is, if you look at Kyle Shanahan and his track record, and if you're a Niner fan, yeah, you're mad you hadn't got the 6. But I'm telling you, Steiny, right now, 2019, you're in a Super Bowl. 2020, okay, you had injuries to Jimmy Garoppolo. Then you come back, you go to an NFC Championship game where you were up 10. You were in the Final Four. You had a chance to get back. Okay, so you had to do a hell of a whole lot of winning to get back to play the Rams in the NFC Championship game. Then you follow up that with last year's game after you turn your season around against the Eagles. Yeah, it didn't go your way. So, yeah, the Niners don't have the Super Bowl, nor does the coach have that ring. But at the end of the day, you look at Kyle Shanahan's track record since his inception as being a Niner coach. My only point is, look at all these other cities that can't do it. I mean, you've been there and you gotten close. I know points for second place, but good God, Super Bowl and multiple appearances in the NFC Championship game, and last year being the recent one. And no expectation, nothing less that you might be right back this year.
What do you think of that, 49er fans, of what Goo just said? That after watching Kyle Shanahan for the last 7 years, they haven't gotten over the hump, but they've gotten there.
Man.
You kind of agree with Goo, like it's set up. It's set up. Like they have a chance.
Right.
He says they have a chance at a dynasty. Like I am. I know.
Not they are.
My response is likely to be, well, let's pump the brakes a little. But does he have a valid point?
And you are right about the Chiefs.
It's not just about can they get it done. I mean, the bottom line is this: they go to the play. They go to playoffs every year, pretty much, right?
Yeah.
3 out of the last 4. Do you think about that in terms of multiple? You tell me. 888-957-9570. So where do the Chiefs fit in, Goo?
They are. I feel okay. You asked me a question. I think they are in the midst of a dynasty. I think it's at the end. But if somehow they pull this off, how could I dare fix my mouth to say it? I just think they're lacking a lot. I think the weaponry on the outside is starting to fail them. But how can I say that? And they're still in it, and they got a chance to go back and go back-to-back because they just won a Super Bowl last year. So, again, if you ask me whose roster I'm taking, the Chiefs or the Niners, I'm taking the Niners. I mean that.
Really?
With Patrick Mahomes, I think Kelsey is running out of gas. He could be hurt, not saying anything like a Jalen Hurts. You know, I'll give him credit. I believe he is hurt, and that's hurt his play. But, Steiny, you are right. Right now, the dynasty is you could make it's the Kansas City Chiefs. And until they get knocked off and don't go back for a couple seasons, how dare I say what I'm saying about the Niners? But if you go get one, Kyle, and then I expect you back or close to back, I mean, the next 5 or 3 years are going to be incredible. And the one parallel I make with the 49ers and I got to do this and Kyle, they got past their James Wiseman era. they got past their James Wiseman heir, and their Kuminga and Moody were Brock Purdy. And that's just incredible if you think about it. They missed with Trey Lance, and yet the ship is going to greater heights and may reach its greatest heights come a couple weeks here in Las Vegas if they get there. So it's just amazing that they missed with Trey Lance, followed it up with Brock Purdy, and now this kid may be a star and may be your captain of your enterprise for the next 5 years trying to get multiple trophies.
I'm more interested in your statement that, and I'm not saying I disagree, but would you rather have the 49ers roster,
right
which
now.
But it's not going to be intact forever, or so you'd say I'd rather have the 49ers right now than knowing I got Patrick Mahomes for the next 10 years.
Oh, well. Hey, Evan, what are your thoughts on that? Because, again, I love Patrick, but I just think something's funky in Kansas City to where I ain't going to say dire times. And you're right. You said it. They could win a Super Bowl, but I think they're at the back end of what they've did their dynasty.
Yeah, the Chiefs have...
How old's Mahomes, actually? I'm sorry, Evan.
He's rather...
Like 28.
Okay.
So... the Chiefs have the youngest defense in the NFL.
Oh.
So that is a reason to feel optimistic in what they can do. But, of course, they don't really have any weapons. I think the 49ers roster is absolutely better than the Chiefs.
Right, but I'm just playing chicken egg here, which is doesn't Patrick Mahomes give you a shot every single year by himself if you can put some
I think we're about to
competent
find that
players?
out.
And I think we've watched
they're already
but doesn't it look harder? They're laboring on offense.
But they're still one of the best 8 teams. They're one of the best 8 teams in football. And you're telling me they don't have a lot of they have the youngest defense.
Defense is
and they don't have many weapons, but they're one of the final 8 teams in football. Couldn't I say, well, that's proof that with Mahomes, you'll get at least this far?
Yeah, you could also say the Packers are the youngest team in the NFL. They're going to be on the rise the next couple of years.
Right. So would you rather have the 49ers right now or the Kansas City Chiefs right now for the next 8 years? I'm just saying I don't think there's a right answer, but I could see somebody saying, "Give me the Chiefs. I know they have Mahomes."
Well, then you're saying you're taking the Chiefs roster because of the quarterback. You're not actually taking the roster.
Well, yes, essentially. That's what I mean.
1 through 54, you don't care about the bottom 53.
Well, I'm also realizing that for the next 5 years, I won't be able to keep the 49ers roster intact. Okay, we can't. Yeah. We're not going to have George. Well, we're not going to have George Kittle on the team in 5 years.
Well, they won't have Travis Kelce on the team in 5 years.
Right. But what I'm saying is you have a quarterback that, in theory, because of Patrick Mahomes, they are going to be there every year, or at least have a chance to be there. The 49ers right now, they may be the Super Bowl favorites the next 2 years, for sure. But then they'll probably have to pay Purdy, and maybe they lose Kittle because he just retires, and McCaffrey is not McCaffrey, but it's somebody else. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, and then it just depends on how confident you feel in Purdy. And if you feel confident, then, yeah, you'd be fine with taking it.
Okay, so you take the Niners.
I like the roster right now, yeah.
Okay.
The
I feel like they got a lot of Steiny. They could lose I love Debo and Ayuk. If you tell me one of them are gone and they come back next year, you'll miss that 1,000 yards. Okay. But you can plug in Juwan Jennings or whoever.
Okay, what about if Ayuk walks? What about if they lose a weapon?
But that's what I'm saying. Okay. That you can afford. They're so loaded, and you got a coach that knows how to call plays that you can afford to lose a weapon, and you won't take 2 steps back.
What if Brock Purdy?
No, that's the here.
I'm not saying he stinks. Yeah, right. What if Brock Purdy doesn't really get any better? Like, what if this is kind of who he is?
But then he's the 3rd best quarterback in the league.
Well,
and
okay.
Because I feel like Mahomes.
You guys are looking at me crazy.
No,
like,
I'm not.
Patrick Mahomes ensures success every single year.
What if I told
you have a competent front office and coach? That's all I'm saying.
But what if I told you I feel like, just me personally, shout out Marshawn Lynch, I feel like Mahomes is where Curry was when, okay, you got Curry, you're in it. And now I'm seeing, okay, you need more.
Do you think
I feel like Mahomes
Curry's
offensively
36.
is missing. Now, you won a Super Bowl without Tyreek Hill. Yeah. But now I really feel like teams are going up against that offense to where they ain't panicking.
So you think right now if I said, let's just hypothetically futures bet, Who's going to be a better team in 3 years? The 49ers or the Chiefs?
I
would say the Kansas City Chiefs.
I would say the San Francisco 49ers.
I would have to say the Chiefs just because of Mahomes.
Yeah.
Let's go to.
And you don't know what Jones. We'll handle that when we have to cross that bridge. But Evan did point out they got a good defense. I don't think it's as good as the Niners, but we'll see, man.
By the way, coming up momentarily, your chance to win a Christian McCaffrey jersey. We're going to give you a keyword, and you text that keyword to a number, and you got a shot at winning a Christian McCaffrey jersey. Let's go to Robert in Fairfield. What's going on, Robert? How you doing? Robert in Fairfield. Going once. No, Robert in Fairfield. All right. You want to do this? You want to give people a chance?
Here we go.
95.
Sorry.
Do you?
Oh, I thought it was a Warriors.
Oh.
Okay, let's go.
Oh. All right. Here's the key word for your chance to win a Christian McCaffrey autographed framed jersey. The key word is tackle. Tackle. Something Bradbury didn't do last night. Tackle is the key word. Tackle. Text that word to 20357 between now and 1:30, and you're in the hopper to win a Christian McCaffrey signed, sealed, autographed jersey.
It's clean, too.
The number to text it to, 20357. 20357. I'm more, like, as much as Purdy's shown me, I'm more confident that Patrick Mahomes at 31 years old is going to be still completely in his prime enough that we're going to be a good football team because Andy Reid's a hell of a coach and our front office knows how to put players around him. To me, that sounds like, honestly, more of a sure thing than 3 years from now, Purdy's going to be the 49er quarterback.
And what if
we may not have as many weapons as we had 3 years ago? Right. Like, just don't sit here and tell me that you think, like, yours is not a more sure thing than mine. Like, I got to track. Like, I'm taking a quarterback that's won Super Bowls. That's all I'm saying. And to me, what's going to be, isn't the biggest challenge for the Niners over the next 2 years going to be how to keep this together?
Well, no doubt. But if you look at the state of the NFC, especially with Philly and Dallas going the wrong way, we'll just call it that right now. And you look at the come up with C.J. Stroud, who plays the Ravens, and Lamar Jackson, Steiny, and it's not all Mahomes' fault. I'm not even putting none of this on him. But you can look at me and say, especially with Josh Allen, Kansas City has more foes than I believe. I know
it looks like it right now.
Okay, gotcha,
it absolutely looks like it right now, for sure.
Easier track, but again, you got me thinking about the Chiefs. It goes back to our Spurs conversation we had a couple months ago. Let's say the Chiefs lose in the AFC Championship.
Okay.
When do we deem their run over? You know, as far as a dynasty, because they got multiple. How many seasons go by before because if the Niners can pick up 2 before we even get to that third year, when they're 31, Purdy's still going to be young. I'm just
right. I know, but
and Kyle's a big part of this. Andy Reid's a badass, but Steiny, they're laboring, man, on offense. The Chiefs. I know they got Rice back, but I just feel like, man, Baltimore is the class of the AFC.
If the Kansas City Chiefs lose in the AFC title game and the 49ers win the Super Bowl, they're still in a dynasty. Yeah. The 49ers are not. Now, if you want to start saying like you just did, well, if they win 2 in a row, well, okay. Yeah. If they win 2 in a row, that's a different ballgame.
All right, what about the Ravens knock off the Chiefs in the AFC Championship game this year, and then you're thinking maybe there's some new blood or new, the AFC belongs to the Ravens.
You don't think the Warriors' run is done right now?
No.
So
come on, hey.
What?
Dude, a lot of what I'm doing over here is hoping, and I share that with you on a daily basis, but you act like I went and got a tattoo that is not over.